Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. A very good evening. I'm Rima Shine from the eLearning Center at Jazan University, working as e-learning specialist and trainer. Today, I'll guide you on how to turn your teaching ideas into interactive e-learning content using authoring tool. So, the today's session titled From Concept to Click, Developing E-Learning Content Using Authoring Tools. In this session, we will focus on how to transform your teaching ideas into structured, interactive, digital content using practical tools and simple approaches. Let me start with a simple question. How many of you are already using some form of online or blended learning in your courses? Almost everyone, right? Today, digital learning is no longer something extra, it has become a core part of higher education. Whether it's uploading a material on Blackboard, recording lectures, creating quizzes, we are already part of this shift. One big reason for this change is flexibility. Student can learn anytime and from anywhere. For example, a student who misses the classes can still access the lecture later. This was not possible before. Another important point is accessibility. Digital content allow us to reach more students, including those who may not always be physically present on campus. And of course, COVID 19 played a major role. It forced all of us to move online very quickly. What started as temporary solutions has now become a permanent part of teaching. Now the students accept this they are used to technology in their daily life. So when they come to the class, they expect the modern and interactive learning, not just the static and long lectures and slides. This is exactly why developing good e-learning content is so important. Not just uploading the content, but designing it in a way that actually engage the students. Now let's talk about something very important: engagement. Many times, what happens is we upload the slides or long text content and we expect students to be go through it. But honestly, most of time, students just scroll quickly and lose the interest. For example, if a student open a module with 20 text heavy slides, they may not stay focused for long. This is what we call the passive learning. Now compare with the interactive content. If the same topic includes short quiz, a scenario, even a simple question in between, or a student become active, they start thinking, clicking, participating. For instance, instead of just explaining a concept, you can just ask a quick question like, "What would you do in this situation?" The small change make a big difference. Today's tools today allow us to add things like quizzes, simulations, and even a small interactive activities very easily. These are complex no more. And when the students are engaged, they remember better. They can also apply what they learn in the real situations, not just to memorize it for the exam. So the shift here is this: we are not just developing, delivering content anymore. We are designing a learning experience, and that's exactly where authoring tools help us. Now, the question is, how do we actually create this kind of interactive learning? This is where the authoring tools come in. Tools like Articulate, Adobe Captivate, iSpring, H5P make it possible for us to design professional e learning content without needing any coding skills. So, even if you are not from a technical background, you can still create a high quality digital content. For example, Instead of explaining a concept only in text, you can turn into a visual explanations, advise, include a short quiz, even create a small scenario. All of this can be done using these tools. They help us take abstract idea like a theory or a process and present them in a way that students can see, interact with, and understand better. Another important benefit is that the simply the whole process you can start from planning your content, then create it and then finally publish it all in one place. The once your content is ready, it can easily be uploaded to a Blackboard or any kind of the LMS. It also work well on different devices like laptops, tablets, even mobile phones. So in a simple word, authoring tool help us to move from just having an idea to actually creating a complete learning experience. So before we move towards forward, let's quickly look at what we will gain from this session. By the end of today, you will have a clear understanding of the full e-learning content cycle. This include how to plan your content, design it properly, develop it using tools, deliver it through the LMS, and also evaluate its effectiveness. You will also learn the simple and clear steps to convert your idea into an actual e-learning content. So instead of just thinking about the creating digital content, you will now know the exactly how to start and move step by step. Another important outcome is that you will be able to apply the best practices. This means creating content that is not just informative but also engaging and focus on student learning. And finally, you will get an overview of the main authoring tool and how they can be used in your teaching. Not just the theory, but practical understanding. So, by the end of this session, you will feel more confident in creating your own interactive learning material. Can you just drop a message in a chat box that my voice and screen is visible to everyone? Is it clear? I just need a one confirmation message, please. All of you are listening to me, or screen is very much clear to you? Can you please drop a message? Perfect. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now let's talk about the content development journey. So let's look at the full journey of the development e-learning content. Think of this as a simple step-by-step process. We start with the conceptualization. This means defining what you want to teach, who your learner are, what outcomes you expect. For example, if you are teaching a topic in dentistry or engineering, you first decide what students should be able to do after the lesson. Now comes next is design. Here you plan how your content will look. You create a simple flow, maybe a storyboard, decide where to add the videos, images, questions, and it's like a planning your lecture before you deliver it, but in a more structured way. Then we move to the development. This is where authoring tool come in. You actually build your content, add interactions, quizzes, and multiple multimedia. This is the stage where your idea become a real learning module. Finally, we have the testing and deployment. You upload your content to Blackboard and your LMS, check if everything is working properly, see how students interact with it, and you can also take a feedback and improve it. I'm here again and again mentioning that anything you are creating with these tools, which I'm going to explain to you, it's very feasible with the Blackboard. So Blackboard is already in hand, you already have the access, you can upload anything on it. So you just need to be make your content strong, and then you can integrate with the Blackboard and your content will be blow the mind. So now we need to be learn that how we will follow this process, how we will able to do this. Please don't think that it's a common things. We when we are into creating a e-course, we need to follow each and every step to get the actual outcome or actual goal. So we need to focus on these things. These are not like the things which we are doing as casually in a traditional way of working. While we are talking about the e-learning, there's things are a little bit more focused, more things need to be added, like the engagement, interactivity, and these things, and also the understanding of the tool. Understanding of the tools is very important. So by this session, I will give you from A to Z idea that how you will be able to create a proper e-learning content, and then you will be able to upload to the LMS like Blackboard already in your hand, you are using, you are still uploading the resources, the PPTs, the files, creating discussions, and other quizzes, assessments. But this way, you will give a complete package of a content of a learning module. So now today we are learning that in a one module, how we will give them a quiz, interactions, videos, images, content, and how we can even track them, that how they are responding, how they are just passing this complete course. So you need to be focused that every step how we will be able to perform. So let's break in the first two stages of this journey. In the conceptualization stage, we find what we want to teach, who our learners are, and what comes we expect. Then comes design, and where we plan the structure of the content and decide how it will be flow. And we also choose the right media like images, videos, and activities to support the learning. A well-planned design make the development process much easier and more effective. So now move to the next stage, the development and testing. In the development stage, we use authoring tool to actually build the content and add interactions. Then we test the module to make sure everything works smoothly for students. After that, we upload it to the LMS and make it available to the learners. Feedback from students help us improve the content further. Now the core and the main part, the tools. Let's start with one of the most popular tool, Articulate 360. It's a widely used because it's allows you to create a highly interactive and professional e-learning course just very easily. With an Articulate, we have storyline, which is very powerful. It is the best when you want to create a custom interaction, branching scenarios, advanced quizzes, or for example, you can design a case study where students make decision and see the different outcomes. Then we have the Rise. Rise is one of the you can say the product of Articulate 360, which much simpler and faster. It is ideal when you want to create a clean, mobile friendly, and the content quickly without spending too much time on design. So, in a simple term, Storyline is the for more advanced and customized content, while the Rise is perfect for the quick and responsive course creation. So now I'm going to show you quickly what actually Articulate Storyline 360 to look like. You can simply download and install in your PCs, and you can just use by the Windows system. You can install in the Windows system, and even you can install in the MacBook. And there's two parts I want to mention that. The first is when you download, it's compatible with your PowerPoint, so it will be visible on your PowerPoint while we are going to show you the demo how it will be look like. Or even if it's not integrating with your PowerPoint, or if it's there is some constant it's not showing up there, you can simply upload your PPT into the environment of Articulate Storyline 360, and it will behave environment just like a PowerPoint environment. So it's very easy to deal with it. So let's have a look the demo or how the Articulate 360 looks like.
In this presentation, I'll give you a brief overview of the tools located in the Articulate ribbon. This should take about 5 minutes. The Articulate Studio software is a collection of tools used to rapidly create online learning presentations. The software works seamlessly with Microsoft Office as a PowerPoint plugin. Users can record narration and animations, inserting quiz elements, and add interactions to PowerPoint Articulate ribbon. Studio software is users can record narration.
So here's the point of the first one, that you can also add or record the narration. You can or add on the environment while you are ready to do the development of that course. At that moment, you can do the different kind of things like the recording. You can add the things, you can remove the things. So it's a very feasible.
And animations, inserting quiz elements, and add interaction.
So you can see here the quiz elements and interactions. It allows you to add multiple different categories of the quizzes, and also there is a different scenario of interaction you can add by this tool. So, and it's just look like a PowerPoint environment. You just click, drop, and you can just follow the steps.
To PowerPoint slides for more engaging learner experiences. Articulate files can also be easily uploaded to the CLE with the option to integrate presentations into a course gradebook.
When you are talking about the tracking of the courses, you can also track the course while you just creating it.
When you have Articulate installed on your computer, you can open an existing PowerPoint and you'll notice that you have an Articulate tab.
Here's the point that when you have an integration with the Articulate, with the PowerPoint, then it will be look like here, like a tab, and here are all the features of the Articulate will be appear here. But don't worry, as it's showing up the PowerPoint 2010, and if it's not possible to you, you just simply download and install the Articulate 360, and then open the Articulate, and then upload the PPT. This PPT directly you can upload that environment, and there will be all options and the features will be appear there.
Articulate is a plugin for PowerPoint, so you'll notice that the interface looks and behaves very much like PowerPoint.
But if you want to integrate with your PowerPoint, you just go to the insert and add the plugin, and you can add the plugin of Articulate with the PowerPoint.
You're ready to add multimedia effects, such as audio narration and video? Click the Articulate tab to access these features. You'll notice that there are 4 different sections in Articulate: narration, insert, tools, and publish. Narration. In the narration section, you'll find the tools for recording narrations, syncing and adding annotations, and tools for importing and editing audio. Record narration. Click Record Narration to launch a new window, which includes your notes from your PowerPoint slides. You have the option to record your narration, preview it, or save it and close. Adding annotations gives you the option to add arrows, check marks, and rectangles to call attention or to point out specific parts of your presentation. You'll need to record your narration first and then go back to add your annotations and sync them. Sync animations. The Sync Animations tool allows you to sync your existing PowerPoint animations to your presentation. This works.
You have to focus on every point because this tool is very much in use, and all the other tools I'm going to share with you, this one is one of the important tool. And why it's important, because it's easy to use, easy to understand, and you can also download and you can just install on your systems easily.
Best if you record your narration first and then come back and sync your animations. Import Audio allows you to insert audio recordings done in a third-party audio program. Use the audio editor to fine-tune your narrations. In the Insert section, you'll find tools to add quiz components, interactive slides, characters, Flash, and web objects to your course. Quizmaker. Use Quizmaker to create quizzes, surveys, and other assessments, including drag-and-drop questions, then seamlessly add them to your presenter course. Engage offers 20 pre-built interactions that you can completely customize with your own text and photos. This means that you can include interactive activities such as tabbed images and clickable bulletin boards. You can add a variety of interactivity to your e-learning projects. With the accordion template, it's simple to create a tabbed activity that lets you easily demonstrate a step-by-step process or multiple pages of information for one topic. The bulletin board is also an easy way to take a simple content and take it and turn it into something more visually engaging. Characters. Add photographic and illustrated characters to connect with your learners. Choose from the character library that includes up to 47,000 different combinations of characters, expressions, and poses. Add Flash, movies, and interactive content, including SWF files, FLV files, Captivate, and Camtasia screencasts. Give your learners access to the web by embedding live web content in your course. This setting allows you to add visually rich web-based applications, videos, reference materials, and other web content to your Articulate Presenter course. Tools. This section includes tools that you can use to manage options and properties for your presentation. With slide properties, you can customize the properties for any slide in your presentation, including how the slide will advance, what happens when users revisit it, and player features. The Translate feature allows you to translate your course into multiple languages. Options. This is where you would set your default options related to publishing courses and recording narrations. There are also some general options for saving, previewing, and updating your presentation. Help and Support has links to some really great documentation and online support services. Publish. This section includes tools that allow you to.
So this section is basically for the player. You can see how it will be looks like when anyone play it. You can do the preview and the publish. You can just completely save it, and you can download and extensions, and you have to be download as a scom package, while you need to be integrating with the Blackboard. So there are the options, and if you want to directly upload to the any website, you can do it as well.
Edit player properties, preview, and publish your presentation in a variety of formats. Player. The player is the interface that appears around the perimeter of your slides. It includes a clickable menu, buttons for supplemental course resources, player controls such as forward and back button. Use the player properties to customize and control how the player will appear in your published course. Preview. Previewing is a great way to see the changes that you've made to your content without publishing your project. In this section, you'll have the option of previewing a current slide, 3 slides at a time, or even a range of slides. Publishing your content with Articulate Presenter is very simple. Click the Publish button, select the wide range of publishing formats, and then just click Publish. And that's it.
So this is all about the demo about how Articulate actually look like and how you will be able to add the feature in your content. So now the question is, if you are confusing how to create a content, So don't worry, as we know that the AI is everywhere. So also the articulate update itself with the AI assistant, and you it's give you not just the features of interactivity, quizzes, and all that. It's also giving you idea of what actually content should be, where you need to be improvement, what actually you want to be describe something. You can generate the images directly. So let's have a look how AI can help us within the Articular 360, and how we will be able to do our work more efficiently, professionally, and quickly. Yeah, it's true. It's the number one e-learning platform which can include different features. Now AI assistant is also here, a lot of settings. So now you can create your idea into a proper content. Click on AI blogs. It's giving you option. And also you can share your document, raw content. It is giving you create the content. See, like the other thing, you can still convert to a sorting or the other things. You can create different scenarios, and you can add the images, just describe what actually you are looking for, the description, the style, and here you go. So like this, you can change the styles as well. So on a real time, on the same point, you can change the different things, also the grammar and readability, just for a few clicks. A lot of option of the formatting, writing, spelling, grammars, which can help you quickly to just improve your content. Quizzes. So quizzes, you can also create the quizzes with the help of AI assistant. See how easily you can convert your raw data into a really interesting scenario. So you can fix it nine times faster. Yeah, it's true. You can do it. So it's available on Rise and Storyline 360. So it's a best feature that if you are going to use a Storyline Articulate 360, so you will be get the AI assistant and you can do your work properly. But there is one note that any kind of the AI tool you are using as your just for improving your work, it's a helper, it's not an alternative. You need to be check your final version by yourself. Now the next one, the Adobe Captivate. This is the second tool. Now we are going to discuss about it. Okay, the Adobe Captivate and the Articulate Storyline 360. These two are the way popular and very important as well. The scenario of the all the creating platforms of the tools are the same, but the difference is the features, which more features are providing by the one company or the other company. But the basic thing is you need to understand the tool. That if we are talking about the authoring tool, so you must know what actually the authoring tool does, how we can just explore. Then the second part is which authoring tool you are going to use. So we are here giving you a variety of authoring tools. Some are the online authoring tools. You can need don't do not need to be install it, but you have to be clear idea that if you need a quick just quick create some content, you need to be just fix it within a few seconds, so you can use any of the choose any of the tool and do it. So if you are going just step by step a complete course you are going to design, so you need to be a full of proper tool, proper steps, and then you will be able to do. So let's talk about the Adobe Captivate, how it's works. Okay, now we have Adobe Captivate, which is a very useful when you want to create the more advanced and immersive learning experience. For example, you can design simulations where students practice real tasks, like using a software or following a step-by-step process. Captivate is also strong in scenario-based training. So instead of just explaining, you can place the student in a situation and let them decide what to do. Another advantage is that they support the responsive design, which means your content will work well on laptops, tablets, and mobile devices. So, if you are looking or create the more realistic and the practical based learning, so you have to choose a captivate. So, it's a good choice for you. So next one is the iSpring Suites. iSpring is one of the best one after the Adobe Captivate. For my personal opinion, first of all, I like the articulated storyline 360. Then, if there are simulations and these kind of things, you can use the Adobe. And if you need to be quickly and also integrating with the PPT, you can use the iSpring as well, which is very practical and easy to use, especially for teachers. Why this biggest advantage of iSpring is that it works directly with the PowerPoint. Yeah, that's the point. So you can take your existing slides and convert them into the interactive e-learning modules without starting from the scratch. For example, you can add the quizzes, simple simulations, even record your lecture or add a video within your slides. This make it a great option for those who are already comfortable with the PowerPoint and want to quickly create the digital content. So if you are looking for a fast and simple solutions, iSpring is a very good choice for you. So the next one is H5P. What is it? Finally, we have H5P, which is a very flexible and open source tool. It allows you to create a different types of interactive content, of course, like quizzes, timeline drags, drop activities, and many more without any complexity. One of the biggest advantage is that integrating easily with the most of the LMS platforms, like Moodle, like Canvas, like Blackboard, so you can directly embed your activity into your course. For example, you can create a quick interactive quiz, short activity inside your lecture to keep the student engaged. So, if you are looking for a simple, quick, and interactive content, H5P is very useful options for you. The next one is Camtasia. Camtasia, mostly when you heard the name, you are just thinking about the screen recording. But no, as we have the Camtasia, which is mainly used for the creating video-based content, it is a powerful and very useful when you want to record your screen, explain a concept, or create a step-by-step tutorial for students. For example, if you want to show how to use the software or explain a process, you can record your screen along with your voice and then added the video very easily. Camtasia also allow you to add simple interactive elements like quizzes inside videos, and it's great tool to lecture recording, tutorials, and clear visual explanation as well. So let's move towards the next one. Now I'm going to give you the 10 more authoring tools to giving you a broader visions about the authoring tools, that for the which purpose quickly which one you can choose. Now it's up to you. You have to be explore. You have to be decide which is actually feasible with your the use which is more good for you, so you can try or not. So now we are going to discuss about the other authoring tools which we can use easily.
Are you looking for an authoring tool that will help you create e-learning courses? We have shortlisted the top 10 authoring tools to help you choose best authoring tool for your courses. So let's get started. Number 1, Paradiso Free E-Learning Authoring Tool. Yes, you heard that right. It is a complete free e-learning authoring tool. And it is specially designed to support training for solutions such as sales onboarding training and knowledge sharing to help companies connect with employees. In addition, Paradiso e-learning authoring tool is a cloud-based and best e-learning software that offers video-based content by allowing users to convert the data from PPTs, PDFs, or web pages into videos to improve knowledge retention. Number 2, Adobe Captivate. Adobe Captivate is a powerful e-learning tool for experienced authors to create complex interactive content and simulations, but less suitable to those new to e-learning authoring. Number 3, Elucidate. Elucidate is a collaborative cloud-based e-learning authoring solution.
This is the
It delivers
class.
engagement.
What does it mean? That it's giving you an option to just log in by the website and you can use it easily by your browser. You don't need to be install it and you don't need to be download, and you can use directly by the browser.
And informative e-learning content suitable for employers to drive down the cost of business-critical training. It personalizes your learning portal for each type of learner and allows you to add or move the pages in your project quickly. Lectora Online is one of the early e-learning authoring tools. However, like Articulate Storyline and Adobe Captivate, its rich feature set comes at the cost of a steeper learning curve. Number 5, Gomo. Gomo is the best e-learning authoring tool used to collaboratively author and delivers digital learning content. It is cloud-based HTML5 tool used to create, discover, deliver, and track video and e-learning content in a single, as well as a unified experience for the learners. Number 6, Articulate Storyline. One of the best and among the top 10 authoring tools. Articulate Storyline allows users to download course materials directly to their mobile devices for offline viewing. With all its features, and an Articulate Storyline is an e-learning tool that offers branched interactions. Number 7, iSpring. Included among the top 10, iSpring allows users to create slide-based e-learning courses with quizzes and video narrations in PowerPoint. Users will have full access to various impressive e-learning features to swiftly build a complete course or an assessment. Number 8, Articulate Rise. Articulate Rise is a lightweight web application tool that allows users to generate storyboards for the courses and focuses on mobile responsive content. It uses pre-built interactions and drag and drop content blocks to build out your learning, making it easy to create high-quality interactions.
And here, one point is to be noted that if you want to use the Rise, you need to be installed separately. Like in Articulate 360, when you need to be installed a storyline, you have to be write the story Articulate Storyline 360. And if you want to be download the Rise, it will be separately downloaded and installed.
Number 9, Easy Generators. Easy Generator focuses on creating learning easily and quickly. It is suitable for those without experience in e-learning authoring. In fact, the company encourages employee-generated content, enabling learners to create content themselves. Number 10, Domino One. Domino One has a central library and pre-built templates to reuse the content. In addition, the e-learning authoring software helps create responsive content and offers visually appealing content to the users. Do not get overwhelmed, as this list gives you the best of the breed. You can go ahead and opt for
So you have a variety in front of you. I suggest you to choose 3 of them, explore it, and then you will find how quickly you can use and make your content more perfect. So now let's move to discuss about the question that how do we choose the right tool? The first thing to consider it is of use. The tool should be simple, comfortable for you and your team. So if a tool is too complex, it can be slow you down. But if it is user friendly, you can create the content faster and with less effort. The second factor is multimedia support. The tool should allow you to add a different type of content, like the content like videos, audios, animations, and quizzes. For example, if you want to create a more engaging lesson, you need to a tool that support these features easily. So in simple term, choose a tool that is easy to use and give you the flexibility to create the rich and interactive content. So let's move to know more about, which is a very important point, that is LMS compatibility. And the first is an LMS compatibility. The tool should work smoothly with your LMS, like Blackboard. It should support the formats like this COM and XPI, so you can track students' progress results easily. Next is interactivity. You should check how easily and tool allow you to create activities like quizzes, branches, scenarios, and drag and drop tasks. The more interactive your content is, the more engaged your students will be. Another key point is Cost and licensing. Of course, you have to be checked before doing to be like it's a one-time purchase, it's a less purchase, it's a free, it's up to you to choose the best one. So the best practice in the content design, first always keep your content learner centered. Think about what your students need, their levels, and they will interact with the material. How? And the second is use multimedia wisely. Adding videos, images, or audio can improve the understanding, but it should support learning, not distract them from it. Another important point is to balance the assessments with engagement. Do not just test learner, give them opportunities to explore the practice and interact. So also apply the micro learning principle. Micro learning principle break your content into small focus sections so it's easier to understand and remember. Finally, ensure the accessibility and inclusivity, which is also important part because all of the students are not similar categories. So your content should be usable for all kind of the students, including those have different learning needs. So in the simple term, good content design is clear, engaged, and inclusive. Now let's see how interactivity work in a real learning content. Quizzes and branching scenarios allow learner to test their understanding and make decisions. This makes learning more active rather than just reading or watching. Gamified elements like points, badges, leaderboards can motivate the students and keep them engaged throughout the course. Simulations in VR take it step further by giving learner hand-on experience in a safe environment. This is especially useful for practical and clinical subjects. Drag and drop activities are simple but very effective. They encourage learners to actively participate by matching, organizing, and sequencing information. And finally, interactive videos combine storyline with clickable elements and quick assessments. This help maintain attention and improve the understanding. So from idea to prototype, that now we have to look at how we can move from the idea to working prototype. First, we start outlining the learning goals. What actually do we want the students learn to achieve? And second is that we create a storyboard and web form. This helps us to plan flow of content, screens, and interaction before we start building. And the third one, we built a small interactive demo. This is not full course, but just a sample to see how actually the idea works. And the fourth one is we tested with a small group of learners. Their feedbacks help us to understand and what worked well and need improvement. Finally, we iterate and finalize. We refine the content based on feedback and prepare it for the full development and delivery. Okay, I mentioned one of the important part that your content should be integrating with your LMS. This is a very important point to understand that if you are exporting any kind of content and which is not feasible with your LMS, of course you are showing up it to in any kind of the platform where you need to be engaged the students, and we have officially the Blackboard. So Blackboard or any kind of LMS teacher are using should be your content is feasible with that. So for this you have to know that how you need to be export your content in which formats. Like we have the three one like SCOM, XAPI, and AICC. So we need to understand what actually it is. Like quickly you have to we have to discuss about these formats that we export content using standards like SCOM or API. We are not just uploading files, we are enabling communication between the content and LMS. SCORM help us to track the basic learner activities like completing and score, and XAPI it's basically gives more detailed insights such as how learner interact with the different part of the content even outside of the LMS environment. And AICC, although older, may still be supported in some of the systems, but so these formats act as a bridge. They ensure your content is not only delivered but also properly tracked and managed inside the LMS. So now let's focus on what happened after your content is inside the LMS. First is tracking learning progress and performance. Data like completing rates, scores, time spent on activities, and overall participation. This information is very useful because users identify which students are doing well and which one may need extra support. Next is reporting and analytics for continuous improvement, and the LMS provides a detailed report that show how learners are engaging with the content and how effective your course is. Based on this data, you can improve your content, adjust your teaching strategies, and enhance the future courses as well. So in a simple term, LMS integration help you not only to deliver learning but also continuously improve it based on real data. Future of e-learning development. E-learning is no longer just about uploading the content. It is moving forward from personalization, interactive, and intelligent learning experience. So we are seeing the rise of the AI-driven content creations where tools can help generate quizzes, scenarios, and even full learning modules at the same time. Learning has become more adaptive. System can be adjust content based on each learner's progress and performance. Immersive technologies like simulations, virtual environments are also becoming the more common, and especially in the practical fields. And also, most importantly, the focus is shifting towards the learning experience. Content needs to be engaged, flexible, and accessible anytime, anywhere. So we can see that the continue towards immersive technologies like the augmented reality and virtual reality. These technologies create a realistic, interactive learning environment, and they are especially useful for practical skills, simulations, and situations where real life training might be difficult or risky. For example, in a medical or technical fields, learners can practice safely before working in a real environment. Another important trend is the real time analytics driven personalization. So here, learner data is continuously analyzed to adjust content, pacing, and even assessments. So each learner gets support based on their own progress. This also allows the immediate feedback, which helps improve learning outcomes more effectively. So, overall, the future is not just digital, it is immersive, intelligent, and highly personalized. So, we need to think about what we are now to do, how we need to be improve ourselves. So let me quickly wrap up that what we discussed today about. We discuss about the authoring tool, which make the interactive content creation and accessible for the educator, can create engaging e-learning without advanced programming skills using tools that streamline development. And then we discussed about the process, what is the concept, then design, then development, and then deployment. So following a structured workflow ensure content, just pedagogy sound interactive and ready for the learners. And the tools, the important part were the tool choice should match learner needs, not the trends. So select authoring tool based on the content type, interactivity required, and also the LMS compatibility, which is important part, and the learner needs rather than popularity. And the good design. of course, is equal to the engagement plus accessibilities and scalability. So effective learning, balanced learning, engagement, and inclusive design, and the content that can be reused or adapt for multiple contexts. So we need to be wrap up this session by this saying that technology alone doesn't create learning. It's how we design it with it that make it difference. So this is a very important thing that we are saying there is a lot of different technology, but we need to put our part in it, that how we can use the technology to improve our work and get actually required outcomes which are needed. So now your turn, you can ask me question. If you want me to repeat anything, I can do it, or if you want to share any of your experience, you can share with me. I'm also sharing here the registration link, and you can register this session as you attend. The certification is just need to be attendance and the registration as well.